Well, howdy, partners.
Right.
Welcome to Mackems versus Geordies. And no, I'm not going to say mind the gap. Oh, what the hell? God, how things flip and turn around, don't they, within the space of a week?
Just something.
Just like that.
But anyway, welcome to our good neighbours. To Don, how are you doing?
Evening.
Hello to Scotty.
Evening.
Hello to super fan Dan.
Good evening.
And hello to Bazza, who phoned us up today, give us a ticking off. It was all in good cause, though, wasn't it?
Give you some help and advice.
So, help and advice. You can't go wrong with that, can you? It's all been happening, hasn't it? Especially on the Sunderland front, with the fact of do you know this StreamYard? I put loads of media files and now they've all disappeared, for God's sake. It's all been happening, hasn't it? First of all, the transfer of the I think it's froze from Anderlecht. What did you think of that, Rob, when we got him?
Yeah, he's I've seen some videos of the guy. He's actually quite nifty, quick, direct. Doesn't mess about, basically. Tricky with the ball. Good winger, scores a few. So yeah, quite pleased with that. Bargain price as well.
Bargain price indeed. Yeah, absolutely. And he's still over there, I believe, isn't he?
Yeah, he's passed his medical. He just needs to come over and get himself settled, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, I've just been caught out. I added all these media files, and for some strange reason, I've come off them and they've all disappeared and I haven't had them again on stream.
Is that right, CABBIE? Our transfer window talk will be seconds long.
Yeah, I was going to say, must be nice.
What's the record, Scott?
Yeah, and there he is. It's just been the opposite compared to what it was in the summer, hasn't it? I mean, are you lads as well, you Toon fans, are you surprised with the lack of sort of transfer?
No.
Nope.
Surprised? No. Disappointed? Yes.
I'm not even disappointed because I knew we weren't going to sign anyone.
Spending in the January window.
Well. Yeah.
Yes, spending in the January window is a necessity thing. You only spend if it's a necessity because you're going to overpay, and then you're basically trying to cram someone into the squad, and they'll take 4, 5, 6 games to bed in. So you've only got 6 games less in the season, and then you're going to teach them a new tactic. So no, to be honest, I'm not really that bothered. In fact, to be honest, I think we did good business because we offloaded Lascelles.
Oh, you eventually offloaded them, yeah?
Yeah. Let them go on a free to Leicester.
I think the only thing is, though, certain reporters made it out like we were going to spend money on the window, for the window, and then didn't.
That's why you don't listen to idiots.
Oh, 100%, mate, 100%. But, like, when you've got reporters doing that, it does give certain fans the element of, we're going to spend, going to get some excitement. Like the Tonali deal on the last day. It was never going to happen, but they just wanted to drum up some clicks.
I wanted to respond to Don's comment. No, you're right. Everything in the winter window is elevated in terms of prices and everything. But then that's true of Newcastle in particular. Everybody sees us as, oh, well, they've got loads of cash, so we'll just tack on another 10%. I think the disappointment for me, I think where I'm coming from is, I know that Dan Burns back pass, but we've all seen that as in terms of being a left back alternative to Lewis Hall, it is a step down. 1 and 2, he is not as quick as he was 2 seasons ago when he was playing left back regularly. So my biggest concern is in squad depth. But again, you can't go into a transfer window offering players the opportunity to come to your club to be a squad player, right? I mean, it's kind of hard to advertise it as such. Oh, well, you're going to come sit the bench in case Lewis Hall gets injured. So, I get all of that. I was just speaking from a depth point of view. I was disappointed to see now. So,
whoever comes in at left back will always be a drop down from Lewis Hall anyway.
Agreed.
Because we're not looking to buy a player that's going to take Lewis Hall out of the team. So, because Dan Burns now back and fit, they'll class him as a reasonable choice to play at left back when Lewis Hall needs a rest. That's the reason why we haven't signed anyone. And it is, it's, don't get me wrong, it's frustrating from a fan's point of view, but the club always said the summer business was the big business, and they'll have to wait till next summer as well. So, and when we had Graham Bailey on, when we discussed the January window, he even said straight away, I'll be surprised if he signed anyone. And he was right. So I had no expectations going into this window that we were going to do any business. And this whole Tonali stuff, it's friggin' ridiculous.
It was clickbait.
And I know, but the Twitter, all the accounts are now saying, oh, he's off in the summer. It's obvious this is what's going to happen. It's obvious that's what's going to happen. You know, I am glad, and I hope Tonali's not on Twitter, and I hope a lot of these players aren't reading this crap, because it's feeding through to players at times, like Sean Longstaff incidents before
they
he
do
left
read
to leave,
stuff,
was
don't they?
shocking. Some of them do. Some of them are on Twitter. But, I mean, we're talking about a guy who has a debt to this football club, pardon the pun, because he was supported brilliantly for a whole year that he was out for.
And he gave me really good tips as well.
There you go, you see. So he has a bit more of that to pay back yet. So for him to say, I'm off in the summer, I would be very, very surprised. But again, all depends on European football. If we don't get that, could you begrudge a player who wants to play in that competition and move away if we're offered 80 million for him, for example? It'll be hard. So,
do you know what this is? Absolute 101 propaganda.
Yeah.
So you've seen the story in the TV. We're all saying it's a load of shite, but we're all talking about it instead of just throwing it away as a load of shite.
This is what happens. This is what happens.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So we're starting to speculate about him going away in the summer. All we're doing is giving the story legs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I say there's only.
Let's not even discuss it.
Chuck it in the river.
Chuck it in the
Chuck
river.
it in the river. Anyway, how you doing, guys?
Hello,
Malta. How are you?
Good. I'm glad we've re-established the gap. Even if it's just temporarily, you know, I almost fell coming out of the house because the gap was so big to my next door neighbour, who's a Geordie, who has disappeared since that 4-1 thrashing, because, as you probably know, our lass is a Liverpool fan, right? And so, honestly, I've not seen hide nor hair of him since you got beat by Liverpool. But, you know what? I think Sunderland have had a great window, myself personally. We've got rid of a lot of the dead wood, even if it is away on loan, just like you've got rid of Lascelles. People taking wage budgets, because I think now Sunderland are looking 1, 2, 3, 4 windows ahead, like we should be, right? And can you remember last week it was when I said that the percentage of transfers done during the January window is a small drop in the ocean compared to the billions spent in the summer transfer window. And it's like Arsenal didn't do nought. Liverpool did something for the summer, you know, and it was only City who've got injuries, you know, splashed on a couple of players. So I'm really happy. You know, we did a 1-in, 1-out with a Dingra out, and what do you call it? I forgot his name now. The new lad from the Belgian club, right? So I'm really happy with that. And yesterday, as I predicted on yesterday's show, if anybody was tuned in, I did say Sunderland would win 3-0. I did say we'd get an early goal, and I did say we would win both halves. I did say if you were a betting man, put it on. Did anybody put it on?
No. But you
were
right.
26-1. It was 26-1.
Yeah. Good work.
Yeah, first, before we go on to say anything else as well, I just want to bring up the sad news of
George.
Our poor old George. We were hoping would reach his 100th birthday. I think it was in October. Of course, everyone at Sunderland FC is deeply saddened to learn the passing of lifelong supporter George Foster. George was red and white, of course, to the core, and became one of the most cherished figures in the club's fan base. And I think he ran some sort of supporters trust or something like that as well. But he
ran the Supporters Association.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I actually bought my first program from his shop on Rokerbath Road, and I actually sent him that program for his birthday. And Joanne Youngson, who runs the Heaven branch, and she I sent him a birthday card as well. My birthday card was really funny, and he really liked it because it says, "I'm from Shields, the nice part." and
no Shields.
At that. Not North Shields. Nobody's from North Shields. People who are from North Shields don't even say they're from North Shields. They say, "I'm from Wallsend," because he's from Wallsend, or they'll say they're from Tyne-Wear. Nobody in the history of the world has ever said they're from North Shields.
I was born in North Shields, mate.
I know. And you tell people you're from Newcastle, I bet you.
No, I'm from Whitley Bay.
But no, George and so when I was at uni, I used to go in all the time. But before I started uni, when I used to work, and I used to go in on my day off, and I'd probably sit there for an hour, and we would just talk about football, and he would take us through some old programs, and that's where my love for collecting football programs started. From just, oh, well, I've got this one for 5 pence, right? And I went, oh, well, you kind of get nothing for 5 pence, you know. And I'm talking
penny
like
chew for 5p now.
Exactly, it's a bloody 5 penny chew, not a bloody penny chew. And you know, he was just so happy to talk to anybody, and he could just talk football. And you know, I remember him telling us of like, oh, I remember when Sunderland were league champions, and like, there's not many people around now who are alive who remembered when Sunderland won the league championship. And I think it's a sad day. I'm glad Sunderland put it out on all the official channels as well.
I have, yeah. They have massively.
Because he is. It's, you know what it is. His funeral's gonna be a sad day, and you know, he's given everything to this club. He was a massive fan, you know, and that's the last I'll say on that.
Didn't he? He was on Son Until I Die, wasn't he? And didn't he get an award or something like that? And didn't he make a joke about something like, "Oh, I'm not dead yet"? And Coleman, the manager at the time, or I think he'd just been sacked, found it quite amusing. But he did look a picture of health for his age, mind, didn't he? I mean,
he did.
It shouldn't be a sad day, though. It should be a celebration, you know, for someone.
It will be a celebration as well.
I think our country does funerals wrong, to be fair. You know, if you go to other countries, they actually have a party and a celebration, and you know, we kind of do the down in the dumps sort of thing, don't we? Where
I'm sure we'll do a celebration on Thatcher's funeral.
Okay, now.
I mean,
think about it this way, lads. The last game he watched was a win.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
good win.
Pretty good
win. A lot
win.
of us you couldn't do better than that. A lot of us.
No.
It's like when we lost our good friend Big Davy, who was such a legend. He was just so well loved, and we all turned up with the funeral and stuff. While had the Sunderland flags, and you know, with all you can't avoid that. The fact there's an element of sadness there. There's nothing you can. There's nothing you can do. But we all turned up and red and white, and even Ando turned up with a red and white Sunderland tie on at the funeral, like, because him and Davey they got on like a house on fire. But yeah, it is a good point. I mean, I'm sure the next home game there'll be a big sort of tribute for George. But yeah, it is sad news indeed.
Liverpool at home. So lads, who are the Geordies got in the next league game?
Brentford at home.
Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford at home. So you should
Yeah,
be
you're
looking
away
to
to
be
Arsenal,
picking up
aren't you?
all 3 points there. Yeah. So that's where I
hope
think
so.
the gap's going to eradicate again on Saturday.
Potentially. I'm not counting my chickens.
Yeah, I think we might have a bit of a tough game on at the weekend.
You know what it is? We will have a tough game, but I'm going to say it now. We're going to get a draw at the Emirates.
You
It's
reckon?
my
Because
birthday.
I'm watching the Arsenal Chelsea game now, and they are thrashing Chelsea.
They are.
Oh,
I'm
is
watching
that
it.
match on now, is it?
Yeah, I'm watching it, and Chelsea can't get out their own half, and it's been 20 minutes.
Darren Benton Talk Sports says we'll definitely beat Sunderland, but we won't thrash them. He says I'm expecting Arsenal because he's an
I don't
Arsenal
think they
fan.
thrash them, but Arsenal don't thrash teams, really, do they?
No.
They win games 2-0, 3-1, 3-0. They don't really thrash teams these days.
Didn't they just win the Champions League match 4-0? Well, I mean, that was against it wasn't against Carrier-Bag, it was against that the team who put Celtic out in it.
Yes. I can't remember the name.
Yeah. Was it?
I mean,
Arsenal got a reality check against Man U, and they've reacted.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, guys, got a question for the Geordies. Why did
Which
you
one?
leave? Why did your team leave a little girl standing in the
you
middle
have
of
to bring
bloody
that up.
Anfield by herself?
That's shocking, isn't it? I mean,
It
crikey.
is shocking. But
It
the
is.
club of it,
and that
the club
Adam
have sorted
Pearson
it.
has
God.
to bring it out. That's the worst. That's the
I don't
worst
think
thing ever.
was it not Geordie Josh who did. I mean, both of them are absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
even,
saw-
I'm not even
the
going
same
there.
person.
To be
Geordie
fair.
Josh.
No, they're not.
George-
No,
Jordy Josh is the one who called attention to it. There was another lad that did it, and then Luke Edwards posted it on Twitter. And the guy who originally posted it went after Luke saying, "Can't you give me any kind of credit or anything?" It's like, I posted the video which has your username on it. What more do you want me?
honestly, there's just like remember our conversation today, Cabby? Everyone out for themselves.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
and that's
is
exactly
it?
what it's like. The club have responded though. They said they're going to make it right. I don't know
Good.
how it's happened or why it's happened. I mean,
Right.
Mistakes happen.
Yeah,
Got
exactly.
to
I
own
mean,
up to them.
yeah.
Do you know what you've got to think as well?
Mhm.
For the Newcastle players, right? Their focus
It's
is
purely on the
solely
game,
going to be on the game. It's know the if you speak to a Premier League player, right, they'll tell you, when they're coming out of the tunnel, they have to blank everything out.
Yep.
Everything. What am I going to have for my tea tonight? Is my Mercedes or my Porsche or my bloody Ferrari needing
Is
a
my
new
house
tyre?
getting robbed? Is it's happening? Is that
Everything
happening?
has to be completely blanked out. And all they've got to do is have laser focus on the next 90, 100 minutes. And that's it.
I said the same
you
thing,
can't,
Mo.
You can't blame the players. You honestly,
Yeah.
you can't blame
No,
the players.
I said the same thing, Mo, to Baz when I pointed it out. I sent it to him in our offline chat, and I just I know that they walked out, and of course, as the visiting team, they then have to go over and shake the home team's hands and everything like that. So the young lady just kind of got left by the wayside because, as you said, they're laser focused. They're not thinking about anything but the whistle blowing, and but all of us. I said this in our group chat. I said all of us that are dads, we're just. All of us are just sitting there going, how my first thought is, where is my kid? At all times I'm thinking, where's my kid? So I was surprised that if that little girl was with Trippier, that Trippier was not thinking, where did she go? So
to be honest,
Trippier's normally a great captain as well, and he one of the ones that always looks out for the kids when they come out. I think through them a little bit. There was only one mascot. Yeah. Normally there's a few, isn't there?
So Newcastle only had one mascot. Well, it isn't a away match on a bloody school night.
Yeah, but still, sometimes on away matches they'll always have more than one mascot, and I don't know if that threw them a little bit because there was only one to look after. Maybe he thought somebody else was looking after. I don't know. There's obviously a communication error gone wrong somewhere.
I think that's all it is, Baz. It's a communication error. Think
about how amazing it's going to be for her now, though. What they're going to make, how they're going to make it up to her. It's going to be amazing for that little one.
Totally agree.
Exactly.
It certainly is.
I like that one. Baz, you see that one? Yeah,
You know what?
that's
She
a good
probably would
one.
have got a better result.
Probably she
Very
would have played a
well.
lot better than what some of them did after the 35 minutes.
Do you think she could have took the number 10 position?
Yeah.
So
So,
we've talked
the rest
about
of the
our
season-
signing. So yeah, Malta, carry on, mate.
Aye. So I was going to say, for the rest of the season, right, we'll now know which players we've got, which players we haven't got, right? You know, what is the ambition for where Sunderland, you want Sunderland to finish, and same for Newcastle.
Very quickly, Cabby, do you want to take that picture down now?
I have been, yeah, it's not come off yet. Yeah, I took it off.
He's trying to work out how to do it, isn't he?
He's still trying to work out how to do it. You just got to click on it again, mate.
No.
Baz, you need to give him half an hour and show him how to use it.
I know, I do.
I'm just used to Pornhub. And stuff. I mean,
But you're an expert on that.
I'm getting there. Please bear with me. I'm just used to Zoom, you know. But there we go.
Which you can't put anything up on.
There's a question there from one of our guys, Colin Major, about the new stadium plans. Do you know anything about that, Baz?
Nobody knows now. It's just this. We're supposed to have found oil where we're meant to be building the new stadium or where they want to build
Obviously,
it.
the Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the most Newcastle thing to ever happen to Newcastle, that we're owned by an oil guys, and then suddenly we'll find oil on Newcastle soil.
It's only because they dumped a load of cars there, Baz.
Yeah, probably.
Or on fire.
So yeah, so no one really knows what's going on. I mean, the plans for the training facilities has all been put ahead, so we've just got to wait for that. But the new stadium itself, they might not even go for a new stadium anymore. They might try and revamp St James's Park. So we'll have to wait and see.
And are those houses all, you know, under the
Yes,
leases?
listed
Are those-
buildings. Yeah, can't touch them. If anyone is an arsonist and want to go and burn them down, you're more than welcome.
They'd probably make the owners rebuild them in the original, because I think some of those on Lasers Terrace are grade 1, aren't they?
Yeah, you've
They
got
are
to.
grade
If
one,
you
they
want
have
to
to be
move them,
rebuilt.
you brick by brick.
Yeah,
It's doable,
And
isn't it?
And
It's
it's
doable.
funny. It's funny because it's the facades. It's the
Yes.
front part of the building. It's the limestone parts of the building that are the grade 1 listed. Everything behind it is cinder block.
Yeah.
And it's been built and rebuilt inside multiple times.
And,
So
and
You
anyway-
know, student accommodation is. I mean, grade 1 listed buildings
Student
use it for
accommodation is-
student accommodation. It's
Is that
You
what
great.
they
get that in
used
York
for,
and you get
Baz?
that in London as well.
Yeah.
Three-fifths
Yeah.
three-fifths of the building, 3/5 of Lisa's Terrace is student accommodations. The other 2/5 are privately owned.
Now, on other stuff, I don't know whether this is spam or whatever, like, but I can't imagine it being true. Like,
It's probably.
in the Chronicle, Newcastle United's
There
points
you go.
deduction.
Doesn't matter. Just stop. Stop right there. You mentioned the Chronicle. Let's move on.
As club explains barren transfer window. Points
No,
deduction? Where
right.
the hell does that come from?
No. It means if we break the SCR rules, we'll get a points deduction, which is correct because Everton did it quite a few times. Now, basically, it's the reason why we sold Minter and Anderson last summer, because we were close to the line. Actually, we were over the line and we were breaking the PSR boundaries. So this is the reason why we haven't bought anyone in January, because the same we're too close to the line. And the money we had available would not strengthen the first 11. So there was no point in us going in to the window at all. So Chronicle, don't even bother reading it. It's as good as toilet paper these days.
it's a
Well, it's
it's a
just
What we
copy.
should have done is sold our stadium to a holding company, bought a few hotels, then sold them to ourselves.
Yeah.
Or just called ourselves Man City.
Yeah. Or Chelsea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that
118,
was
118.
tactic, wasn't it?
Oh, however many the bloody charges are. 116.
I was
is it?
actually going to ask if you thought
115.
the lack of action in the transfer window was down to PSR until it changes next year.
Well, I mean, PSR and SCR are very similar.
Yeah.
There's not much
to be
difference.
honest, it still massively favours Man U, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs.
Yeah.
Always
It's based on revenue and percentage of revenue.
Yeah.
But it was going to make it fair, the anchoring. So basically, the rule was going to be you could not spend more than 3 times the revenue of the bottom club.
Yep.
Over a 3-year period. They got rid of that because the PFA complained that would artificially cap players' wages. So they were going to go on strike if that came in.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? I'm not going to get paid $300,000 a week, so I'm going to go on strike.
Well, no one says footballers are in it for the fans, do they?
No, exactly.
No,
We
never.
missed the boat on capping wages. It should have been done a long time ago.
It's too late now, isn't it? Though
It
No,
did have
too
one
late now.
over. It was £10 a week, wasn't it?
That was in the olden days. That was
Yeah,
when
in the
you were
olden
young
days
and
when
Rob.
I was a young lad.
Kicking the
Still
ball
on
around
one,
with a
Rob.
lace in it.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to see, a salary cap, or would you like to see?
It's too late.
That
I
ship
would,
sailed.
but it's too late. It's
I
too
think
late
if you
to do
cap
it now.
the salaries down, we'd end up doing what Serie A and the
Well, it's what Major League
Bundesliga have
Soccer's
done,
done.
which is basically the money will go elsewhere if you cap the wages because the players won't come. The Premier League will
Or
fail.
would we not go into the Glasgow Rangers territory and start doing those EBTs and stuff?
Possibly, yeah.
Major League Soccer has always had a salary cap, but it's continuously gone up year on year. And then, of course, with the introduction of the designated player positions, when the so-called Beckham rule, when David Beckham came over. I'm sorry?
Oh, he should have scored. Arsenal should have scored.
Martinez, he should have took the shot earlier. Should have took it on his right foot.
Every team has the same salary cap, but then if the owners of the team want to spend above that on a particular player, they can do that, which is what they did with Beckham. Now each team can have up to 4 designated players, which means they can spend up to 4 of that. I think the first team to have that was Toronto. And that
but can you imagine being a Premier League team with like 11 stars and saying that 4 of them can get paid more than the other 7? It's not going to work.
Yeah.
That would never work in the Premier League.
That's happening now.
If you look at F1, but if you look at F1, if you look at F1, F1 says this is how much money a team can spend in a year.
Yeah.
Everyone gets to spend the same amount. Everyone gets the same amount of wind tunnel time. Everyone gets the same testing time.
Yep.
It's a level playing field as close as you can possibly get it.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you couldn't do that in the Premier League.
Yeah.
The owners won't
It's
have it.
all about the top 6, the big revenue teams maintaining their revenue streams. And you look at the Champions League, 6 of the 8 are Premier League teams.
Yep.
We are quite literally destroying European football with one league.
Yeah. And what they're worried about is they're worried about the likes of Newcastle and Aston Villa joining them.
Yeah.
Because effectively, we have got the financial power to do that, but they're going to make sure the big 6 are protected. Always.
Yeah. So the cartel clubs are always going to look after themselves, and unfortunately, they've got the league management team in their pockets.
Yeah.
So
if they ever left and there was a Super League, though, I mean, that's the fee. There'd be the end of the Premier League if that ever happened, which I doubt it would. I mean,
do you know what it is? The Super League now actually
is the Champions League.
Let them sod off.
Yeah.
This is the thing. That whole fear of the Super League was a lot of shite. If they disappeared off, other clubs would take the position. You know, yes, there'll be a lot of people who want to watch those 6 clubs, but there's 400 other clubs that would be in play.
Yeah, I think the worry was the money would go with those clubs, though, Don. So instead of the Premier League getting 5 billion quid for 3 seasons or whatever it is to get 7 billion quid, they would get 700 million, and the other 6.3 would go to the European Super League. So,
but there's 20 teams in the Premier League. 6 of them go, there's 14 other teams that people want to watch. And they would backfill them from the Championship anyway.
Yeah.
And let's face it,
Championship that you would want to watch as well, to be fair.
Yeah, how many people are going to... How often do you think the games are going to happen in the Super League? You're not going to be doing 60 games a season.
No, you wouldn't.
Well, don't we have that now, really, in the
Cup
new
competitions
Champions League format?
Yeah, it is technically a Super League, isn't it? But it's just a poorly run one.
Yeah,
I don't.
You're qualified. How's it poorly run?
Like new setup.
I don't. It still favors. It still favors
an opportunity
the
to
club.
get some good money.
Yeah, but it still favors the clubs who have got the most points in Europe by giving them the favourable draws at the end of the campaign.
Yeah.
But the only reason you qualified was because those clubs have got the coefficient.
We qualified because we scored enough goals and got enough points.
No. But the thing is, the extra place, the 5th place, was given
That's
of Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, Man City.
Yeah. That's different points. I'm talking about all the clubs, Barcelona, PSG. You know, the amount of years that they've been in the league, they get a higher position.
You get coefficient and seeding.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't that far from being seeded, though, were you?
No, we're miles away from being seeded.
Really?
Yeah, because
you were in the Champions League 2 years ago.
Yeah, but we're only talking twice, and you're talking about teams who were in it every single year.
Barcelona.
Last time we were in it was 97, 98, wasn't it? So before the last 2 times we've been in it. So all these clubs like Barcelona, AC Milan, all the clubs that are in it every single year have got so many points now. They're so far ahead of everybody else. They're always going to be.
That could never be caught, basically.
It'll be very difficult to catch them, yeah.
But then look at PSG last year. Celtic finished above PSG in the league.
Yeah.
Liverpool won the whole thing, went out in the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Right? That's where the leveler is that it's a knockout tournament. It's a knockout. I mean, you going to Carabag, anybody?
I wish.
How? 30 pence. 30 pence for a carrier bag.
That's expensive.
The thing is, if you get past Carabag, and then who's it, Barcelona or Chelsea?
Yeah, Barcelona or Chelsea, yeah.
Nice easy
Again,
draw,
it's
then.
cup football.
Yeah.
No, but it's cup football.
It's knockout, isn't it?
I'd like Chelsea.
Happened.
I would love Chelsea to do one over Barcelona, and we got them.
Again, I wouldn't rule out Chelsea beating Barcelona.
No, I wouldn't either, to be fair. I mean, I'm watching Arsenal at the moment, the way they're playing against them.
Yeah, the Premier League sides now have got such an advantage over all of the other teams in Europe, though, don't you think so?
I think collectively we're better, but I still think like the likes of PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid, you know, they're still top sides who can beat anyone.
Oh yeah, of course they can.
Yeah,
but there's really, if you look at it right, you've got Barcelona and Real Madrid, and then in Italy,
Bayern Munich.
You've got so in Italy you've got Inter, Juve, and Milan and Napoli, right?
But
in Germany, you've just got Bayern Munich. Then there's a massive gap between Bayern Munich and the rest of Germany.
Yeah.
And then in
Same
France, you've got PSG.
PSG, yeah.
And that's it. That's literally it. That's European elite football. Because then the next 6, 7 sides are from England.
Yeah. We're collectively stronger because the league's meant to be better, and that's why all the players want to come to it. I mean, if you look at the game tonight, Arsenal and Chelsea, how many English players are actually on that pitch?
Exactly.
I'll tell you if you give us a second, guys.
It's all to do with money, though, isn't it? All to do with money.
Yeah, of course it is.
Wages, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's like how many English managers are in the Premier League? It's the managers and all, isn't it? Two.
3 now, sorry, 3.
2 for Arsenal, I think. And Chelsea.
Rosner. I pronounce his name.
1.
So there's two English and 1 UK because David Moyes obviously Scottish.
Rory
Oh,
Delap.
what about Dyche?
Oh, is this
Oh,
managers?
I forgot about Dyche. Yeah, we're talking about managers. Yeah,
Sean
so there's
Dyche.
3 managers then.
Sorry,
3
I'm
English managers and
behind
1
the
Scottish
curve,
manager.
guys.
And then for English players on the pitch tonight, you mentioned there's about 2 or 3, isn't there?
I think there's
Arsenal's
3 in
got
total.
what? Rice and who?
Madueke, he's playing.
Ezzy.
Eze as well, so 3.
On the beach, on the bench.
And then
or is he
there's
actually
Delap.
on the pitch.
No, he's on the pitch. And then Delap playing up front for
Delap
Chelsea.
for Chelsea. That's it?
And that's it.
Is Palmer playing?
Nope.
No.
No, I thought I hadn't seen him before.
He goes missing in big games, isn't he?
So 3 for Arsenal, 1 for Chelsea. Yeah.
That was something I leveled at one of my Arsenal mates a long time ago. Was like you look at the Arsenal side.
There's
You
the
know,
other thing.
we're playing in the English Premier League, and yet I could in the 18 I counted 1 Englishman or something like that. And I said,
Yeah.
you know, you look at Newcastle, and there were like 8 in the starting 11, and then another 6 on the bench or something like that. It was, you know.
You see, there's a gap there, mate. There's a gap there.
But then maybe this is why we're losing and not winning things, because we haven't got enough foreign players.
I mean, was it last night's game? Did we have any English players on our team? I don't think we did.
Ballard.
Every single
Ballard?
Ballard's Northern Irish.
Oh, well, there you go.
He plays for Northern Ireland. Same with you.
UK.
Same with him as well, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, UK players. Yeah, we've got
Mhm.
UK players, but in terms of English players in the English Premier League, we didn't field any last night.
Well, why is that though? I mean, are we just not producing talent?
We're
expensive.
producing it, but just perhaps not in the right quantity for the right positions.
And to buy English talent, there's a tax on that as well.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
pay through the nose for English talent.
You pay through the nose for that.
And there's a lot of clubs now, the big clubs, who go out and buy 15, 16, 17-year-olds from all over the world. So
Store them up.
Yep.
Don't let them play, and then flog them on 3 years later for a vastly
profit.
inflated price. Yeah.
You see,
Chelsea.
that would be another rule that could bring in play. They say, you know, you can only have so many players in your academy. You can only have so many players in your squad. They must play a certain percentage of games. There's loads of ways they could do it to stop the big clubs buying and stockpiling players. But
Like
it's
your Man
just, they
Cities,
they
like your
won't do it.
Chelseas, like your
It's money.
Yeah.
Yeah, or 9, Rob. He says, but there's
Yeah.
3
Oh, no.
minutes count.
It- Yeah. Well, there is that. Yeah, probably Bong. Yes, he 09, but he was only on for 3 minutes. The starting lineup didn't have any English players in it.
Yeah, Malta was at the game last
that's an
night, I think. But he's,
That's an interesting comment from Gary there. I think he means homegrown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
interesting.
that is an unfortunate typo.
It would be slightly racist if it wasn't. Yeah.
I've just seen that. I've just seen it. Told you I was behind the curve, guys.
Oh, yes. He's had a mare there, bless him.
I'm going to get a strike for that. Do you know that?
It's auto type, mate. It's
You
auto
won't
type.
get a strike.
Homegrown, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me.
So that
Anyway.
begs the question. I mean, if you were to go through Sutherland's side, you know, can you name 6 homegrowns?
No. If you include the squad, yes, we can.
Well, it's saying you must field at least 6 homegrown in domestic and European games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're all right,
like-
Gary. We've got your back, mate.
Yeah.
So Scotty, Don, Baz, can you name
Mhm.
6 on ours?
What, English?
Well,
Yeah,
homegrown.
Easy.
Homegrown. Well,
No. So when it says homegrown, it means nationality. Not they've got to come from Newcastle. That would be very, very specific.
Oh,
yeah, so there's loads, isn't there?
you've got Louis Hall.
You've got Pope,
Yeah.
Louis Hall, Tino,
Burn.
Dan Burn. Then you've got
Burn.
Lewis Miley, Willick,
Yeah.
Jacob
What I'm
Murphy,
saying is,
Gordon,
we won't have a
Barnes.
problem there.
No, we won't. We don't have anywhere near a problem, but we do have the problem that maybe they're just not good enough, and we need more foreign players in who are better. We need more Brunos.
I went back and looked at the Invincibles of Arsenal.
Mhm.
You know, the guys who did not lose a game. So they had Martin Keown and
Tony Adams.
And Tony Adams in the back, Lee Dixon.
Was David Seaman in goal?
David Seaman was in goal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it
Winterburn
Colin
at left back.
Yeah.
Winterburn at left back.
Ray
But
Parler.
then you get to the midfield. And then you get in the midfield. They had Perez, Overmars, Petit, Vieira.
Ray Parler
I can't
played a
even
few.
remember.
Yeah, Ray Pollop did play a few. That's it.
Yep. And
Henri,
then up front they had Henri
Gary up front.
and Kanu and Anelka and so
Yeah.
Van Persie.
Yeah.
So it's been an interesting, it's been a comment that I've made to Prem pals for years. Just and I don't like coming across as some kind of xenophobe or something like that, but I'm sitting there going, it's the English Premier League, and yet there are multiple teams that don't have but one or two English. When I say English, I mean UK based. So I mean, I would classify any Scot or Northern Irish or Welsh player in that realm as well. But you tell me. I mean, we've been following the league now for a long time. An Irishman, Republic of Ireland, is that considered, the same as a UK player, or are they foreign?
I think they would be classed as foreign.
That's what I thought. Yep.
Yeah.
Whereas Northern Irish would be classed as UK based.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the United Kingdom. So
Yep.
That's
As
a
of
good
as a
question,
kind
Gary.
of random question, who there?
Yeah.
Great question.
It depends on the position, I think.
English.
I think
English player as of
There are
Kane's
several
got-
that would. I was going to
Kane's
say
got to
Kane,
be
Harry Kane.
mentioned.
Yep.
Possibly Pickford as one of the best goalkeepers we've had since Shilton.
Rice.
Declan Rice.
Yeah.
He's actually got an Uncle Ben. You know that?
Uncle Ben. Yeah, that's the man.
Fucking dad jokes at this time of night.
Who said that?
Redmond.
Hey,
I mean,
don't
no
take my
offense. I know Pickford's been a great goalkeeper, definitely for England, but I wouldn't class him as one of the best goalkeepers we've had ever. He's great, don't get me wrong. When he plays for England, he's fantastic. But how many mistakes does he make when he's playing for Everton? It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, and the fact that he doesn't play for a Big Six club and never won the Premier League kind of puts you out of the conversation, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
He's
but
definitely
then
not better
that-
than David Seaman, is he? I mean, I wouldn't put Pickford ahead of David Seaman.
It's like your ex-keeper Dubravka, which I rate him quite highly. Well, he had a pretty poor game yesterday. He should at least stopped.
He's getting on now. He makes
one of
mistakes.
our goals. He sort of he did make a good save from Brian Broby, but I do rate Dubravka. I thought he was good for you.
He was when we
To
first
be
signed
fair,
him.
he used all his skills in the game before that, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He made some amazing saves in the game beforehand, like
Agreed.
double and triple saves. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think he
I
ran
mean,
out of
their defense was nigh on non-existent as well. Like he was basically doing.
Yes. Yeah.
Got a
There,
pair,
there
Roberts,
seemed to be a lack of interest from the Burnley team in last night's game.
100%.
They looked as though they were. Oh yeah, well, is there any point trying? We're getting relegated. That's what they look like. So yeah, bit weird. Anyway, we've only got a few minutes left, guys. I've got a question for the Geordies.
Oh, here we go.
If the Premier League was ordered in terms of how long a club has been in existence, i.e. how long that club has been there. For instance, Nottingham Forest would be top and Leeds United would be bottom, because Forest were the first current Premier League team to register with the FA, and Leeds were the last. Where would Newcastle sit?
Jesus.
Where do you think Newcastle would sit?
Oh, bloody hell. Got to be quite high up, because I'm 1892.
Yep.
So
I think
I'd say
mid-table.
probably 6 or 7.
A lot further down the table than that.
Yeah,
was
I'd say
gonna say maybe
mid-table.
a
I would
dozen.
say between 10 and 12.
Bit lower than that as well, Baz.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
17, 18.
14th. You
Oh,
would
there
be.
you go.
14th.
Yeah. So you, as mentioned, Notts Forest Nottingham Forest, sorry, not Notts Forest, were the earliest.
Preston?
Are they not in the Premier League though, mate? These are
Oh,
only
sorry, I thought you were talking
Premier
current
League
teams in the
teams.
Premier. So
Yeah.
Arsenal,
So Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa,
Aston Villa, of course, yeah.
Wolverhampton Wanderers,
Okay.
Everton,
Everton, yeah.
Yep.
Liverpool,
Man United, Fulham,
Fulham.
Sunderland,
I wouldn't have put Fulham ahead of us, but there you go.
Man City,
Yeah.
Burnley, Spurs.
Okay.
I'm just going down the list there, guys. That's all
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
taking me time for.
Palace is what,
Arsenal.
16th? Yeah,
Arsenal,
Yeah.
were 1886. Brentford, 1889.
1889.
Liverpool, 1892. Formed a matter of months before Newcastle United, but Newcastle
Wow.
were formed when two clubs merged in
Yeah.
1892. And the
So
last was Leeds. Leeds weren't formed until 1925 or something like that.
There you go.
Palace
Good
was
history lesson.
1905, right?
Sorry, no. Leeds was 1919. Palace were
1905.
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
1905 Palace.
But then
Chelsea
I
were
watched
also 1905.
I watched something where they said that Palace was actually instituted in like 1896 or something. So on one of their kits, they had 1896 on the back collar, founded 1896 or something. But then they didn't change their crest that has the 1905 on the ribbon. So
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, so below you in the table, guys, would be Bournemouth, West Ham, Chelsea, 1905, Crystal Palace,
Yeah.
Leeds. They're the last of the Premier League teams that you would have had. So there you go.
Interesting. Was that the question for tonight? Was it? Was that our
my
grilling?
Cabby
Oh,
might
damn
be-
it! Oh man! But we're getting away with it there. Unless you forgot.
No, what colour strip did Newcastle have? Its original colours. It was worn until 1894.
red and
What was
white.
Newcastle's original colours worn until 1894?
It was red and white.
It's got to be red and white, hasn't it?
That was red and white, yeah. You've stitched
Yeah, it
us up.
Yeah.
Correct. It was red and white.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
An easy question for you as well for the Geordies. Which team in the Premier League are currently the only team that's unbeaten at home?
Difficult one, guys. Difficult one.
That is a really hard one, that one. They shall not be named.
That's got to be on the billboard at Sid James's Park, isn't it? They shall not be named.
Yeah.
No,
Newcastle
I'm
5,
hoping that
those
on
should
the-
not be named 0.
I'm hoping it will say Newcastle and Sunderland because we've got a little more class than that.
You've got to admit, visitors visit Cork with all done.
No,
Well,
It was just an overreaction after you rolled out the red carpet, wasn't
Well,
it?
That's exactly
yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was to get something back for the absolute fumble in the cup.
Yes.
Are you wanting to do a prediction for tomorrow night? The Carabao Cup.
Oh God, I was.
Oh God, says Baz, you're not confident.
Not now, no, not when I've seen 3 midfielders out. Not when I've seen Miley, J7, and Bruno are all missing. It's thrown
under
a bit of a
23s,
curveball.
mate. He's got to put the under 23s on.
He won't. He won't though.
Just give it up.
He won't. He won't give it up, and I won't give it up either. But our chances are like 2%. So if we
As well
score
as that.
first, it'll be interesting.
I'll give you some predictions.
If we send the
I'll give you
first
some
team squad out
predictions.
there and someone gets injured, we're bollocksed.
Yeah, right. So
It's
what are you 2-0
But
down?
then-
Are you 2-0 down from the first
Yeah,
leg?
we're 2-0 down. The
Yeah.
thing is, though, if you send out the under 23s, you're also picking the finger up to all those Newcastle fans who are buying tickets to go to the away game to watch it.
Yeah.
And who've bought
So-
tickets for like who've booked hotels for Wembley and stuff as well, just in case. No, you know what it is. He's got to put a strong side out because Man City could put a shit side out. So you've got to think of Man City.
That's
could
true.
They
actually
are
think-
struggling with injuries as well. aren't they?
Exactly. So Man City could think, do you know what? We'll rest Haaland because we're 2-0 up. We're already through, right?
Matt, Haaland can play. He never scores past one, mate.
Right. So
He
they could
never
put the shit
scored.
side out, right? So you've got to go for it, really, right? But I think today it's 3-2 to Arsenal on aggregate at the moment, and actually, I think it's going to go to 3-3. Chelsea are going to get a spawny second half goal, and then Chelsea to win it on penalties because I want Arsenal to have a really long, tiring game. In time for the Sunderland match.
It doesn't
I
go
think you're
to
gonna
extra time, so
Does it
No,
not
Yeah,
go
I
extra
was
time?
going to say, I
Could
think
go
you're
on
going to be
95,
disappointed.
96 penalties, couldn't it? 95
Well,
to
it could be.
96 penalties, it could do.
Could be.
Let's hope it's
Could be.
it's a super long penalty shoot.
to be fair, Chelsea have come back into the game, to be fair.
Yeah,
near the end of the
they've
first
actually
half,
had more
so-
possession, same number of shots on target.
That's right. Because
touches in the
again, isn't it? Is this his first season of the Chelsea? This is his. This is just his 4th or 5th game, man. The new Chelsea
is, yeah.
boss.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? All of the good Chelsea managers who won the title have won the League Cup.
Yep.
Cheers. Thanks, mate. Take care, pal. Thank you.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought. Honestly, it's going to be really tough tomorrow night, but we've got to go there thinking we can do it. Otherwise, you might as well not bother turning up.
You escaped the Sunderland
Right.
thing when you could do it and you didn't turn
I'm a
up.
fan of that as well. Let's not waste the bus fare.
That's not it. It's sold out as well. That's the thing, though. The away end sold out. So
Yeah.
I would hate to see us put our team just to say,
Yeah, I know. We got to look
Let's
after the
go for-
fans, haven't we?
like,
Yeah,
the trouble.
you do realise if you do manage to beat Man City tomorrow night, it'll change the derby day.
It will, yeah, because the cup finals on
That's
that
the League
Sunday,
Cup
isn't
final
it?
day that day. Yeah.
So I'm
That's
all right with that. No,
David mentioned
no offense, guys. I'd rather be in a final.
But being a final on a high when you win the trophy again, and then you lose the derby match.
Hey, that would be Newcastle, that though.
I'd take the cup over. I'd take the cup over 3 points, though.
Would you really,
I
Baz?
would, yeah.
That's
would.
true. Like, yeah,
And you know
fair
what
one.
it is? Actually, I'm quite happy with that, right? Do that, and then we'll beat you at St James's, and then the horses and the phone boxes won't be safe,
Kitty up, Malta.
He had to bring that up, didn't he?
right? And even the camels as well, because obviously that's part of your identity
Oh,
now.
boy.
So
Uh-oh.
camels won't be safe either. So I'll take that. I'll take that. You can have the Mickey Mouse Cup, as you called it when we got to the
you
final in
called it.
2014.
Well, yeah, we did. Yeah, to be fair.
You did.
Yeah, we were worried you were going to win it.
I like how
You
Malta
didn't.
just stands on mute. He says his piece, and that's it. Oh, it's crazy. Like,
Imagine 3 finals in 4 years. When was the last time you made 3 finals in 4 years?
do you think you guys
Not
missed
3
out?
finals in 4 years with 3 titles. in 4
Do
years.
you think you guys missed out on PSG? Because I watched that game, like, and were you disappointed you didn't come away winning that game?
They should have got hammered in the first half, man. CABBIE.
They couldn't. I watched PSG couldn't hit a cow's
First
ass with a
15
banjo.
minutes.
They were
First 10,
finishing was
15
terrible.
I was disappointed we didn't win it, but I was also proud of the players' performance, to be fair. Because nobody expected us to have a fighting chance against them, to be fair.
I think the BANTER sells out Liverpool. They look knackered, didn't they? They worked so hard against PSG. They covered every blade of grass.
You did.
Again, we battered Liverpool for 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and we should have been 2-3-0 up, and then we were our own downfall against them.
Yeah.
Mistakes, yeah.
3 mistakes,
punished for
3
mistakes.
goals. Yeah. The Liverpool game was more frustrating, obviously, because of the result, but it was the way and the manner we lost.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a prediction for tomorrow night. We're going to go back to 3-4-3 again because Botman's available.
Yep.
And we're going to
we're going to need it. We're going to need it if we're missing.
I think City will struggle to break us down, and I think we're going to hit them on the break twice and beat them on penalties. There you go.
I like that.
Off at 8.
8 o'clock, yeah.
8 o'clock kick off.
Baz isn't far off simply because we're missing so many people in the midfield. The fact that we can't, we played well against PSG. Was it PSG that we did the 3-4-3? Yes.
Yep, 3-4-3. Yeah.
And we played Miley wide right. Well, we don't have Miley available. So we're going to have to play trips out there. So it's going to be interesting.
Might play Jacob Murphy, right wing back.
Yeah, true.
It's going to be interesting because there's not many players that are really 100% fit. It depends what he wants to do. He might rest Chow because Chow had a stinker against Liverpool and needs a rest. So he might stick to 4-3-3, but he might play 3-4-3 because Botman's fit and get the 3 of them back together again. I don't know.
And is Gahey cup tied?
No,
the game?
There's no cup ties anymore.
No, but who played in the first game? Semenyo,
no cup ties anymore. So he's
no, but Gahey's transfer wasn't completed before the first leg. That's why he can't play.
I don't know is that a rule? Is it? I honestly don't know.
But I think it is. Yeah,
is it?
I think he can play. He can play in any subsequent games.
Right, so you could play in the final if they get through to the final, basically.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be allowed to play in the second leg because they hadn't signed him for
there
the first
we go.
leg.
They've got so many problems at the back. They don't have Gay. Boom. That's it.
No,
game over.
Instead, they'll play Holland at the back. Watch.
Well, that's about all he's good for when he's playing for City against Newcastle.
Yeah.
Are you guys aware of how many goals Haaland scored against Newcastle? The Sunderland guys?
Probably 0.
Not many, I would guess.
1.
Yeah.
And that was back in the 3-3 draw back in 2022.
Yeah,
the only goal he scored.
He's not the biggest threat for Man City at the moment, though, is he? Sure, he
should be. He's the top goal scorer.
I know he's the top goal scorer, but
he's the world best striker according to a lot of people. But yeah, he can't hit a barn door when he plays against Newcastle.
They can score from just about anywhere, Man City, can't they?
They can. They do obviously have danger all over, but
you have to watch
their defense is weak. They play a high line, a bit like Liverpool did. If we can put that 30 minutes performance in that we did against Liverpool again, and actually hit the target and put the chances away, it could be a cracking game. It all depends.
Yeah.
We have to keep them out, which we've never done at the Etihad for a very long time.
Yeah.
So,
quick before we end the show, do you want to have a bit crack on, Baz, about your charity night?
Yeah, can do. Yeah, so 27th of Feb, we've got an amazing night planned at Newcastle Benfield Football Club. We have Super Mac and Gibbo. And we have Graham Bailey coming to have a bit of a chat about what's been going on in the transfer windows. We can ask him about the Tonali situation and why we didn't really sign anyone. So we can ask as many questions as we want. Then we'll hand over the mics to the two legends to let them talk about football, past and present. All the money, every single penny, we're talking, no one's taking any money out of the pot. So every raffle ticket we sell, every ticket we sell on the night, and for the event goes to Azure and the Butterwick Hospice, who are Gibbo's and Graham Bailey's charities. We're doing it because we just enjoy helping other people. And we get all the lads together and have a bit of a piss up. Cheap bar. You can't go wrong. Thank you to Malta for sorting out a donation for the raffle, a 4-ball in the golf, up to 100 golf courses around the UK you can pick from. It's an amazing prize. We've got a Shearer signed street sign, a Peter Beardsley signed top, £20 gift voucher for Greg's. I mean, that is a quality prize. That right
That's the star prize, by the way.
That is the star
that's
prize.
what people will be buying tickets for.
Exactly.
Greg's, man.
Exactly. Can you imagine how many such
that one there with the riots outside, wanting that ticket?
Steak bakes and everything, man. Geordie Land Experience have obviously put up a family of 4 tour as well, which is amazing, and also a $40 gift card to Die Crow, who do loads of Newcastle merchandise and other stuff as well. It's going to be a great night. Some of you guys are coming along. Malta's coming along, hopefully. I think Stu might be. Don is. Rob won't be up in time by the sounds of things, unfortunately.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, it'd be just nice to have a drink with football fans. I know it's in sort of a Newcastle night, but anyone's welcome, and we just want to see some faces that we see on screen, basically, and have a good laugh.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all up for that. Malta, do you want to quickly plug your Mackem shop if you?
Oh man,
Mackem shop. If you're not visited the website, visit the website. Like us on Instagram, Mackem shop, Facebook, Mackem shop. And our website is mackem.shop. Sign up for the mailing list for free delivery. We've got some new products coming in February. And then the other thing as well, Baz, I'm doing that Benfield. So I spoke to Yamara, and the Mackem shop's doing a £100 donation for the Kids Breakfast Club as well.
Yep. Doesn't work.
Nice one. We've also got the Let's Get Carried Away clothing store, which Kev has set up in memory with his late father, Big Davey, of course. And Kev wishes everybody well. He's just working really hard at the minute, and he will get back in touch and joining us soon. He'd like to say he's just got a new house as well, so he's probably still in the middle of getting that sorted out. So thanks everybody again.
Congrats on the StreamYard there, Cabby.
Thank you. Well. I'm still getting me head around it.
You got his refund as well.
I got my refund, thank God.
Oh, bargain.
I was spitting feathers at that one, but they were fair. They were. Baz did say that. Yeah, they will be good, and it's quite a common mistake to make that, because it's in one of the common questions for troubleshooting that people automatically straight away click the annual thing instead of monthly, and it takes a big $400 out your smackaroonies out your bank straight away. But I've got it back. That's not bad.
Well in, mate.
Don, you want to say ta-ra to everyone?
Yeah, take care, everyone. Stay safe. Enjoy the match on the weekend.
Thank you. Scotty, cheers, mate.
Stay safe, everybody.
Thank you. Super fan Dan and his big headboard.
See you in 2.5 weeks, lads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Baz.
Yeah. See you next Monday on our channel to do the same show. Enjoy your weekend, everyone, when it comes up. I'm going to be working.
CABBIE on Thursday. I'm also going to be doing some filming for some event I got contacted on LinkedIn, and they're doing some filming on Thursday and Sunday. Thursday Sunderland City Centre and Sunday at the stadium. So I don't know if you're available. Come down and be videoed and that.
This sounds very dodgy.
It's got nothing to do with my fate taxi. No way.
I'll tell you who it is. It's Why Not. It's a YNOT ex Sunderland AFC.
That's Tony backwards.
It's the Why Not agency.
So
right. Why Not Studios Limited. Commissioners Bindleton for Thomas Street, Sunderland, and so they're doing a program for Sunderland.
Got you.
That'd be good. Get
Nice.
yourself there, Mackem.
So Cabbie's
is there a new Sunderland Till I Die coming out soon?
no.
No.
Well, you see, Sunderland Till I Die is done
It's
by
the best
473.
comedy ever.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was good.
Actually, they
Five
have made a
Beaconsfield
one.
off getting £5, 45, mate.
Scotty, that's a quality comment. That fake taxi.
They did make a special edition one just for the derby.
You would not. Where I work in when I work in Carlisle, believe me or not, you would not want fake taxi that with the creatures I pick up.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what I mean? It's not one of these dolly birds you see on the fake taxi site, which I've heard. I don't see it.
Yeah.
But it's like, hello, nice tooth when they smile. It's it's hard work to get them out, honestly.
No one's getting in your cab again.
Oh, see, honestly, you don't know what Carlisle's like. Oh my God, it's like a massive audition for the Jeremy Kyle show. Honestly,
You've literally just put yourself on the unemployment line.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Fake taxi. What makes you think it's fake, Scotty? Anyway,
I
I could tell you a few tales on some of my journeys.
Just don't touch
the next
the
time you're
dashboard.
picking up on a Carlisle nightclub, I tell you, there's going to be some big lass when got you in a headlock.
I picked up a pensioner on Monday, and she was in her 90s, and this is actually true. This, and I got to the cul-de-sac, dropped her off flexible, and she actually says, she just says, you don't know anybody who's got a gardener coming in because my bush not half needs a trimming. You know what I mean?
Do you remember that one in Cyprus with Sue?
Whatever you do, don't bring a blacklight flashlight, blacklight torch, and Cabbie's backseat. My missus worked in the housing office in our factory theory, and one of the squaddies' wives came in. She was not of UK origin, shall we say. I think she was Portuguese, and she spoke a little bit of English, but not a huge amount. And she was complaining about overgrown bushes in a garden. And my wife, with a deadpan face, said, "Madam, it is your responsibility to tidy your own bush." And the whole office corpsed, apart from Sue, who's sitting there with a dead straight face, trying not to laugh. Oh my God! Oh, that's
Brilliant.
All right. Malta, do you want to say toodaloo before you go? And please tell them Sunderland AFC to get their Wi-Fi or the internet sorted out at the stadium.
I will be. Honestly, if they can sort out the Wi-Fi and the 5G, it'd be great. But another great show, lads. Good to have the banter with the Geordie boys, and looking forward to seeing Superfan Dan as well when he comes out.
Indeed, Malta. Yep.
Yeah, and I would have told you to pick up a Super Bowl. What do you call it? Seahawks top for us, but I've already ordered one.
Okay. Well, because Santa Clara is only 50 miles away.
Yeah.
Are the favourites to win, Dan?
Bring him a foam finger.
Are the favourites to win?
I'm going to be rooting for the Seahawks because I can't stand the Patriots.
And I used to work in Seattle, so that's why I am a adopted Seahawks fan.
There you go.
That's Rob and his lovely floating furry carpet.
Walking carpet, wherever he's gone. Cheers, everybody. It's been a good bit of banter, as always. And looking forward to the weekend's games. Hope they all work out well, and hopefully Newcastle can do a number on Man City tomorrow night, just so they push the derby back a day or two.
and the Geordies are all drunk for when we play them, so it's just an easy victory at St James's.
That's what I mean.
Exactly. That's what they're not getting.
Told you can have the 3 points if we win a cup.
Aye, that's all right.
Anyway, good night, all. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm heading to my taxi. I've got some birds to pick up. See you later.
Two-legged
ones I'm on about. Catch you later.